Stop filling raised beds with compost. Do this cheap fall shortcut instead. You're wasting time, money, and maybe even ruining your soil, and you don't even realize it. Every fall, gardeners rush to dump more compost into their raised beds, thinking it's the secret to rich, fertile soil. But here's the hard truth. You don't need more compost. In fact, constantly topping up your beds with it could be the very reason your soil is losing life. In this video from Soil and Crop Central, we're diving into the smarter, cheaper, and far more effective fall shortcut that nature itself has been perfecting for millions of years. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to build thriving soil that practically feeds itself. The compost trap most gardeners fall into. We've been told that compost fixes everything. Got poor soil? Add compost. Plants looking weak? Add more compost. But here's what most gardeners never hear. Compost is finished. It's already decomposed, meaning it's stable and not providing long-term food for your soil's living organisms. Step 2. The carbon layer, feeding the fungi. Next, it's time to add what nature calls browns. These are dry, carbon-rich materials. Think leaves, straw, shredded cardboard, or dried grass clippings. Add this layer about 4 to 6 inches deep. This layer is like the skeleton of your soil. It gives structure, feeds fungi, and keeps everything balanced as it decomposes. Fungi love carbon. They begin spreading through this layer, forming fine white threads that knit your soil together and make nutrients more accessible to plants later on. This is what gives living soil its dark, crumbly texture. Step 3. The green layer, fuel for microbes. Now we add the greens, the nitrogen-rich materials that microbes crave. This includes kitchen scraps like vegetable peels, coffee grounds, and fresh garden cuttings. You can also use aged manure if you have it available. Keep this layer around 3 inches thick. If you want to speed up decomposition, mix 1 cup of molasses with 1 gallon of water and sprinkle it lightly over the green layer. The sugars act as food for beneficial microbes, helping them multiply faster and kickstart the breakdown process. Make sure the layer stays damp but not soaked. Step 4. Seal it with soil or compost. Here's where compost finally comes in, but this time you're using it correctly. Spread 1 to 2 inches of finished compost or topsoil over your layers. This locks in moisture, controls odor, and introduces active microorganisms from your existing soil. This thin top layer acts like nature's blanket. It keeps everything below warm, moist, and protected from pests or wind. Once this is done, don't disturb it. No digging, no tilling. Just let nature take over. Step 5. Moisture and microbes, nature's winter work. Now that your bed is built, the key is maintaining the right level of moisture. The ideal consistency should feel like a wrung-out sponge, not dry and crumbly, but not soggy either. Add water slowly and evenly. About 1 gallon for every square foot of bed is a good start. As temperatures drop, rain and frost will slowly work their way through the layers, activating microbes and fungi. These invisible workers will spend the winter breaking down your materials into humus, the black spongy substance that makes soil fertile. If you live in a cold region, cover your bed with a breathable mulch layer of leaves or straw. This insulates the soil and keeps microbial activity going even in freezing conditions. Step 6. The transformation. What happens over winter? From the outside, it'll look like nothing's happening, but below the surface, your bed is transforming. Fungi thread their way through the carbon layer, bacteria digest the greens, and worms move in to mix and aerate everything. Over the next few months, your bed will settle several inches. That's decomposition at work. By spring, you'll pull back the mulch and find soft, rich soil that smells like the forest after rain. You won't need to add fertilizer or turn the soil at all. Just plant directly and watch your crops explode with life. Why this works better than compost alone? Compost gives an instant boost, but it's short-lived. Layered soil building, on the other hand, creates a self-feeding system that keeps improving every year. It builds structure, supports moisture retention, and fosters a thriving underground ecosystem. Microbes, fungi, and worms form a natural network that delivers nutrients directly to your plant's roots. Instead of feeding your plants manually, you're feeding the soil, and that soil will take care of your crops all season long. Even better, this method costs almost nothing. Leaves, branches, and kitchen scraps are free. You're recycling what nature gives you instead of buying more material to haul in every year. For gardeners who want to work smarter, not harder, this method is especially powerful for older gardeners or anyone who wants to garden with less physical strain. You won't be pushing wheelbarrows of compost or bending over with a shovel every fall. Instead, you're gently layering natural materials and letting time do the heavy lifting. Over the years, your soil will get better and better with less effort. You'll spend more time harvesting and less time amending. That's the beauty of working with nature instead of trying to control it. The fall shortcut that lasts for years. Each fall, you can repeat this process with fresh leaves and trimmings, but the beauty is that you won't need nearly as much each time. The living soil you build becomes self-sustaining, requiring only small top-ups instead of full bed refills. Add a few leaves each autumn, maybe a sprinkle of compost or wood ash, and your raised beds will stay fertile indefinitely. You'll never have to buy truckloads of compost again. Final thoughts. This fall, skip the compost pile. Stop hauling, dumping, and exhausting yourself. Instead, mimic the forest. Layer organic materials, keep them damp, and trust the process. Nature's been perfecting soil long before we started gardening, and if you let it, it'll do the same for your raised beds. If you found this video from Soil and Crop Central helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with a fellow gardener who needs to hear this. Let's build better soil together, naturally, simply, and for free.